I'm Billy Lyell, former IBF middleweight world title challenger and the owner of the Sweet Science Boxing and Fitness Gym. Alright guys, thank you for joining me back for this video series. Today we're going to go over some basic defensive skills. These are going to include ducking, rolling, and slipping punches. You know, the basic defensive skills we learn as beginning boxers. So to help teach these skills, I'm going to have Joseph Rojas come back in here. Joseph? The first one I'm going to teach is the duck. So with the duck, when you're ducking a punch, it's as basic as it sounds. You're just ducking straight down. So you remember your basics, hands up, elbows in, 60% of the weight in your back leg, 40 in the front. And when he ducks the punch, he's just going to duck straight down, right? Straight down. Now, important when you duck, you don't want to duck way down, because the longer it takes me to duck down, the longer it takes me to come back up. So if I'm going to counter somebody, go ahead and I'll throw a punch at you, Joseph. Duck. See, he barely makes me miss, then boom, he counters me. Where if he were to go way down, takes way too long. By the time he comes back up, I'm already back in position. So whether it's ducking, slipping, rolling, you really want to make your opponent just barely miss the punch. Because the quicker you can get out of the way is the quicker you can counter him. So the duck, you're in your basic position, you just duck straight down. You really can duck any punch. You could duck jabs and just duck them. You could even duck a right hand. You could duck a left hook. I guess you can't really duck an uppercut. But the jabs, right hand, left hooks, you can go ahead and duck. Not always the most effective way, but it could be used for all that, especially in the beginning phases. When it's just important really to move your head and have a moving target. You can keep that head moving all the time, and the duck's going to play a vital role in that. The next defensive skill we're going to learn is the roll. So the roll is mainly used for hooks. So if I throw a hook at Joseph, he rolls around and he counters. A lot of times when you're rolling a left hook, he rolls and he'll throw the right hand. Now we'll slow this down a little bit. Watch, he's 60%, 40%. As he rolls back and he rolls even more into his back leg, so he's already set up for the right hand. So the roll will actually set up your next punch. And go ahead and rip it. Good. And again, if you watch Joseph, he's not going way down. He has his timing, so he's just barely getting under that punch, and boom, he's back up fast. Now, if you're going to roll a hook from this side, he's actually 60%, 40%. He's going to roll into his front leg, rolls into his front, and he's going to rip the hook. The reason why he rips the hook is because his weight is he's rolling his weight 60% to his front leg. So now instead of being 60-40, now he's 60 on the front leg, 40 on the back. So his weight is up here, his power is up here. He simply just turns that hip and throws the hook. And the other way. Excellent. Now, the next basic defensive technique we'll learn is slipping punches. So if Joseph were to throw a jab at me, I really ideally wouldn't want to roll that punch. That's going to take me way too long. So if he throws a jab at me, what I'm going to do, I'm basically going to just turn my shoulder and let that jab go right over the side. So I just simply turn my shoulder sideways like this. So we'll face this way for this one, Joseph. Kind of face that little camera right there. Good. So if Joseph's going to slip a punch, if he's going to slip my left jab, he's not going to go like this. That's just going to get him off balance. So the punch is coming, slips it. Punch is coming, slips it. And again, you barely want to make your opponent miss. So he's just making the opponent miss slightly so you can counter. So if you slip the jab, come back with the right hand, boom. Now, if you slip the right hand, we'll take one step over this way, buddy. If he slips the right hand, it's a little bit different. When he slips that right hand, See, if he slips my jab, he can turn. This part of my body is closer than this part of my body. So all he has to do is turn his shoulder and throw that right hand. And he could reach me, I'm in range. But if he just turns his shoulder this way, he's too far to land the hook. So as he turns his shoulder, he actually has to bend in a little bit. And notice as he does slip in, he slips, he turns his shoulder to the left and bends his knee slightly. When he bends his knee, that keeps him from getting his head over his front knee. Remember the basic videos we talked about, you never want your head over the front knee? That holds true even if you're slipping a punch. You still don't want to be over that knee. So go ahead and slipping. And slipping the right hand. So, to go over what we learned today, again, ducking number one, duck straight down. Rolling. And slipping. So thank you guys for tuning into the videos, and I look forward to seeing you soon.